as the Apex Sociocultural Group in the Southeast weighing into this conversation at this time when the Afenifere has said nothing, the Arewa has said nothing concerning it, concerning this protest particularly? Why should the Ohaneze be the first to, jump on it and begin to make these statements?
It's important that Ohaneze has to, it is officially or unofficially the leadership organization of the Igbos, right? I personally do not love Ohaneze as an organization. I don't love them, I don't like them. But on this matter, Ohaneze has done well. I support Ohaneze for stepping up to lead at this point, right? Because in Igbo they say, "O Kenyada no, iwa mo no buli." Do you understand? Yeah. So Ohaneze is like the leadership organization of the Southeast, and so they know that if they don't say anything, some unscrupulous members of our society may up and start rioting or demonstrating, right? So they have to kind of lead the people, and that's why they have sent out this communique. One of the callers said that we shouldn't listen to Iwanyanwe. He probably has a personal score to settle with Iwanyanwe. And he talked about other elements of the letter. I do not care about other elements of the letter because I don't take advice from Ohaneze Igbo. But Ohaneze Igbo has said something in that letter that is important, and that is, do not protest as an Igbo person. That's all I care about.
Do you agree with Iwanyanwe that whenever Igbo youths protest, they are not treated like youths from other parts?
Absolutely. 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 What happened a couple of months ago? I think a military officer or a police officer was killed in Imo State. And the military went down to that community and burnt down every house in sight. Would you do that in the north?
I can't confirm.
I saw that on the news. I saw the videos. Right? Well, I saw it on the videos. Okay. So, but the point I'm making is, you wouldn't do that in the west. You wouldn't do it in the north, right? The Igbos, since we lost the war, we have lost a true representation in government. A person who will stand up in government and say the way you're treating the Igbos is wrong. Our own politicians in these places of authority aren't even speaking for us because they're currying favor from other leaders from other regions. Look at the new Labour Party electees in the House. What are they doing? What are they saying on behalf of the Igbos? What projects are they attracting to the Southeast? What are they doing for us? We voted them in. But they've gone to Abuja and they've taken a 160 million car and they've forgotten about the rest of us. So the point I'm making is this. Ohaneze is standing up and saying at this moment, do not protest. I support that absolutely. Igbos should not protest. If you get out on the street, they will kill you, they will shoot you. A young man called and said because of the designation of Ohaneze as a prescription of Ohaneze, of IPOB, they look at every Igbo person as IPOB, and so that is to say, if you get out on the street, they're going to kill you and tag you IPOB. So sit at home. Now somebody called, one man called and said that he suggests that everybody goes out to the street. Sir, if you really need this demonstration so bad, please on that day go out with your family and go and represent us. The rest of us wouldn't join you or the protest. We're going to sit back at home, right? Nigeria is not very far from Venezuela, guys, I must tell you. The way we're going right now, in a couple of in 6 months to 1 year time, we will be just like Venezuela. They will say prophet of doom. You're going to buy a loaf of bread for 3,000 naira. Where we're going in a couple of months, a loaf of bread is going to sell. A couple of last year or so, I told you that they're going to sell for 1,500 in this country. We're getting there. Yesterday it sold for 1,000. We're getting there. Right? So really, it's not about us. We said it that we didn't have hopes in this government. Well, they found their way in there. And so what we're going to do is sit down and watch what happens. Hopefully, God is going to help us and things will be reined in. But the way I look at it, tighten your seatbelts because it's going to get tough for a lot of people, right? Somebody said, are they not Igbos? Are they not part of Nigeria? Whether you protest or don't protest, you're going to suffer it. No, the Igbos are doing well business-wise. I have said this. I said it a few minutes ago. What happens is that the major importers of Nigeria are the Igbos. So those things, commodities that you're going to import, they are the ones that are going to bring it in. So no matter what they spend buying the dollar or freighting the goods in, they're going to put it on every commodity imported, and you're still going to buy it. So that means you're giving them back every money they spend. That's why they're better than most other people, because they're industrious, they're traders, they have a way of collecting their expenses back, right? Most other regions really are not like that. You heard somebody call and say, the Bini man from Bini saying that he's traveled over Nigeria and it's Igbos controlling every market, really. So that's why on a higher percentage, Igbos are doing better than most of other regions in Nigeria, and really that's why the Igbos are not crying as much as other regions, really. But what I must say in closing is that this government should swallow their pride, swallow its pride,
and
reverse the subsidy. But the reason they wouldn't do it, I was going to say that, but you wanted to read the news, is because of IMF. IMF has been on the neck of Nigeria to remove the subsidy the last 10 years. But Goodluck Jonathan didn't do it. Buhari didn't do it, and this government did it on the first day in office. It's simply IMF. He's carrying out IMF orders, right? And he's saying what it's led to. IMF will come back, a couple of years and say, "Oh, we made a mistake. That policy doesn't work." But then the economy is already destroyed. So I think what Tinubu should do is what Magufuli did, is what every other functional African leader, like the man of Rwanda, what's his name, Kagame. I think what Buhari should do is do what they are doing. Close your eyes to IMF, close your ears to IMF, close your ears to World Bank. Do not listen to their advice. Surround yourself with well-meaning Nigerians that are professional enough to tell you how to move the economy forward, and things will begin to turn for the better.
All right, since you talked about the IMF a few minutes ago, there was a warning that the IMF released. They've warned that Naira may experience further 35% depreciation in this year, 2024, due to local production challenges, and I said that the country's growth could fall to zero.
That's Venezuela. I told you.
And only slowly begin to recover.
Absolutely.
In 2028, that's when
Absolutely.
they expect the economy to begin to recover. But yeah, just to
absolutely.
At the end of the day, I think every Nigerian wants Nigeria to succeed. We don't want these prices continuing to skyrocket and the hardship tripling before our eyes. We hope that this hardship, that we see the end of it as soon as possible, whether protest or no protest. Nobody wants protest. Actually, people want to be in their businesses and in their offices being productive rather than being on the streets and protesting.
I want to say this, Yagaze. I'm not a big fan of Omoyele Sore, but I saw a video 2 days ago where he said that the revolution that they've been praying for is getting closer, because the hunger in the land is usually the last straw that breaks the camel's back. And so really, I concur with him. Unless this government stands up and reins this in, anarchy is looming. Because really, when Nigerians get this hungry, and the way prices of things are going up, prices of fuel and food commodities, people are not going to sit at home. Whether you like it or not, people are going to hit the streets eventually when they are pushed so hard to the wall. So I pray that this government would listen, swallow their pride, and actually reverse the subsidy.
All right, thank you very much.